The holographic display flickered with images of Earth's changing landscapes as Ilara Quinn stood before her most enthusiastic student, Tivy, a young Keltharian cub with iridescent fur that shifted colors with her emotions, sat perched on her haunches, all four eyes fixed on the presentation, with an intensity that would have made most professors proud. And this, Ilara explained, swiping to reveal a snow-covered mountain range, is what happens during winter in certain regions of Earth. Tivy's fur rippled from curious blue to shocked purple. Her whiskers twitched violently. Wait, 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 wait. The universal translator struggled to keep up with her rapid chittering. You're telling me that water just falls from the sky? As tiny frozen crystals? And covers everything? Ilara smiled, accustomed to this reaction. In her 3 years teaching xenobiology aboard the galactic educational vessel Harmony's Edge, she'd learned that Earth's seasons were incomprehensible to most species. The Keltharians, hailing from a tidally locked world with eternal day on one side and eternal night on the other, found the concept particularly mind-bending. That's correct. Snow accumulates. Sometimes several meters deep. Meters? Tivy's fur flashed bright orange with excitement. She bounded forward on all 6 legs, nearly knocking over a containment unit. And humans just live in this? Walk through it? Touch it with their bare appendages? Well, we usually wear protective clothing, but yes, this is the most incredible thing I have ever heard. Tivy's tail, 3 times the length of her body, swished back and forth like a pendulum gone mad. Show me more. Show me everything about this snow thing. For the next hour, Ilara displayed images and videos. Children building snowmen, ski resorts, Antarctic expeditions, snow-covered forests, sparkling under moonlight. With each new image, Tivy's excitement grew exponentially. Her fur cycled through every color Ilara had ever seen and several she was fairly certain weren't supposed to exist in nature. Teacher Ilara, Tivy said finally, her voice taking on a tone of absolute seriousness. We must visit this snow thing. Instantly. Ilara blinked. I'm sorry? Instantly, Tivy repeated, as if this clarified everything. Immediately, without delay. We will go to Earth, to this winter. And I will experience snow with my own sensory organs. Tivy, that's not really how it works. Earth is 300 light-years from our current position. Then we should leave immediately. 300 light-years could take weeks. The cub's logic was simultaneously flawless and completely insane. Tivy, I have already filed a request with the vessel's navigation committee, Tivy announced proudly, and submitted an educational expedition proposal to my clan matriarch, and messaged the Earth Embassy, and possibly hacked into the ship's course-plotting database to calculate the most efficient route. Ilara's stomach dropped. You did what? Do not worry, Teacher Ilara. I covered my digital tracks very carefully. No one will know it was me. Except you. And possibly the ship's AI. And definitely the navigation committee, since I signed my name to the proposal. Before Ilara could formulate a response that was both educational and appropriately alarmed, her communication device chimed. Then chimed again. Then began chiming continuously. The first message was from the vessel's captain. Miss Quinn, please report to my office immediately. The second was from the Keltharian ambassador. Your student has created quite a stir. We need to discuss her enthusiasm. The third, most surprisingly, was from Earth's Interstellar Relations Department. Request for educational winter expedition. We're actually interested. Please contact us. Ilara stared at her device, then at Tivy, who had somehow obtained a knitted hat from somewhere and placed it on her head at a jaunty angle. I am preparing for snow, Tivy explained seriously. 6 weeks later, Ilara stood in a mountain clearing in the Canadian Rockies, watching Tivy experience snow for the first time. The cub had been vibrating with anticipation for the entire journey, barely sleeping during the last few days of travel. When the transport had landed and Tivy had taken her first steps into the snow-covered field, she had frozen completely. For a long moment, she simply stood there. All 4 eyes wide, her fur cycling through colors so rapidly, it nearly made Ilara dizzy. Then Tivy had screamed a high-pitched sound of pure joy that probably violated several noise ordinances and launched herself into the nearest snowdrift. For the past hour, Ilara had watched as Tivy rolled, jumped, tunneled, and generally treated snow like the greatest discovery in galactic history. The cub had constructed 17 snow sculptures of varying quality, most of them depicting her own likeness. She had tasted snow. It has no flavor but somehow tastes like happiness. She had attempted to catalog each unique snowflake until Ilara explained there were approximately 1 septillion of them currently falling. Now, as the sun set over the mountains, painting the snow in shades of pink and gold, Tivy sat quietly beside Ilara, both of them watching the world turn white. "Teacher Ilara," Tivy said softly, her fur a contented silver blue, "I understand now why humans are the way they are." "Oh? You live on a world that changes. That transforms itself completely. Over and over. Forever. You never know what will come next." Tivy's tail curled around her body. "My world is always the same. Always has been. But you learn to adapt. To survive change. To love it. Even." Ilara felt a lump form in her throat. "That's actually very insightful, Tivy." "Of course it is. I am an excellent student." Tivy paused. "Teacher Ilara?" "No." "Comminated? Teacher Ilara?" "Yes. Next season. Can we visit this autumn thing you mentioned? The one where leaves turn colors and fall from trees like colorful rain?" Ilara laughed, her breath forming clouds in the cold air. "We'll see, Tivy. We'll see." The cub's fur flashed bright, happy gold. "That is not a no." "No," Ilara thought, watching her student build her 18th snow sculpture. This one attempting to depict Earth itself. It was definitely not a no, because if there was one thing humans understood, it was that curiosity, especially the kind that demanded you visit this snow thing instantly, was a force that transcended species, and it was worth nurturing wherever it bloomed.